What's good, y'all? What's good? Look, your boy's back on our video. But before the video start, make sure you have your bottle of water on you, bro. You gotta stay hydrated, bro. Look, you gotta have it on you. I ain't gonna. It's a fresh new bottle, fresh out the box. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. I've been slacking on the uploads lately. But if y'all want me to react to a video, bro, can I turn this off? Dang. If y'all want me to react to a video, bro, comment it right now, bro. Comment any video right now. I don't care. It could be 20 years old. I don't care, bro. I need to start my grind up again. So if you want me to react to a video, bro, comment it right now, bro. I'm on my grind. I don't care. I'm back to my... If you day ones, bro, you know I be uploading like... I used to upload like 2-3 videos a day, bro. I need to get to that. I ain't gonna lie. But we have to know what's under the Antarctica. So if you new, bro, subscribe. You know, it's free. No tuition, no sign up, none of that. Let's get in the video, though. It's a whole 10-minute video.
If you want to spend a long time in this place, you may need to consider taking health precautions, such as having your wisdom teeth removed or getting an appendectomy in advance. There are absolutely no reptiles or amphibians here, and all land. Long time in this place, you may need to consider taking health precautions, such as having your wisdom teeth removed or getting an appendectomy in advance. There are...
What is an appendectomy? What is that? I don't even know. Someone tell me in the comments. I do not know what appendectomy is.
Absolutely no reptiles or amphibians here, and all land mammals are brought exclusively by humans. There's been no rain here for almost 2 million years, but at the same time, 80% of the world's freshwater reserves are stored here. Antarctica, the coldest and probably...
You said 80% of the world is... That's crazy, but that's like almost... That's almost the whole world. That's crazy.
Probably the most mysterious continent on the planet. Over the past century, humanity has studied its surface quite well, but we all know that what's most interesting is usually hidden deep beneath. When scientists decided to look under the ice cover of Antarctica, what they saw there surprised not only ordinary people like me, but also the researchers themselves. So what is hidden deep beneath?
I think I think my great-grandfather's from Antarctica, bro. Because if y'all did not know, I'm 12% white. Y'all really think I'm joking, but I'm for real 12% white. My great-grandfather was white, and my dad and my grandfather was mixed, and my dad was like 25%. That makes me like 12%. Look at my math, bro. I'm gonna go. Like who? Let's get in the video though. So yeah, but this is where my great-grandfather is from, bro. That's crazy. That's why he's so white. No racist. I'm not racist. I'm 12% white. I can't be racist.
These huge sheets of ice. For a long time, scientists have believed that under the immense thickness of ice, there's nothing particularly interesting. At most, maybe some small, scattered pockets of subglacial groundwater. However, the expectations that researchers had in the 90s have been exceeded. As it turns out, under the ice of Antarctica, there's a whole lake, and it's also quite large, about 5,800 square miles, or 15,000 square kilometers.
What the heck? 5,000 square miles? I don't even know what that is. I think it's really 5,000 square miles is really 20. It's really 20 miles, because if you count east, if you count, cause if you know a square has 4 corners, right? And if you count each if you count each corner of the square, that means 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5. That's 20 miles. So 5,000 square miles is really 20 miles, bro. Bro, I need YouTube need to give me like a math reward or something. I need to be in like a math bee, like a math spelling bee or something like that.
Which is about 1.5 times the size of the island of Cyprus. The depth of the reservoir reaches 4,000 feet, over 1,200 meters. This is only 1,450 feet, or 442 meters less than in the deepest lake on the planet, Baikal. Since this reservoir was discovered near the Russian polar station Vostok, the lake was also called Vostok. This giant pond is hidden under a huge layer of ice with a thickness of 11,886 feet, or 3,623 meters. For this reason, the researchers did not expect to find even the smallest signs of life in such harsh conditions. After all, the temperature near the lake reaches minus 128.2 degrees Fahrenheit. That's
What the heck? 89, bro. 89 Celsius, bro. That's crazy. You know how cold that is? I think New York touches like 120, negative 120. What's it called? Celsius sometimes. So this not that cold, but New York be colder than this. But it's still cold though. This only negative 89. New York be touching like negative 120 Celsius sometimes. But this is still pretty cold though, I ain't gonna lie.
Minus 89 Celsius. The ice pressure exceeds the pressure of the icy crust of the moons of Jupiter, and sunlight never breaks through to the surface of the lake. In addition, the concentration of nitrogen and oxygen is 50 times higher than in ordinary freshwater.
That means the oxygen is higher. That means if I go over there, I might be levitating or something. Cause like I don't know. Cause the oxygen in New York is not that high. But over there, they say it's 50 times. So if I go over there, I might be floating or levitating. I might be Superman. You never know. Shoot.
Lakes. Few organisms living on planet Earth can survive in such an adverse environment. However, scientists still manage to find life in such extreme conditions. At the same
It's
time,
not even bad. New York is worse than this. Cause this is only negative 89 Celsius, and New York is 120 Celsius. So we can, if I can live in New York, I can definitely live in here.
it was completely unlike anything we had ever seen before. Researchers have discovered a new type of bacteria, which was given the name W123-10. The DNA of this organism is only 86% identical to other living things on planet Earth. The reason is that the lake was isolated from the rest of the world for several million years. So the bacteria found there developed separately from all living organisms on our planet. Researchers later discovered that there were traces of about 3,500 species of living organisms in the lake. This number is disputed by some scientists, but
There's 3,500 species that's living in there? That's crazy. Like, imagine humans. Like, human is only 3 species. So that's really like 3,400 and... It said 3,500, right? So it's 3,497 other species that's there. Bro, bro, there's no way. How am I failing math, bro? How did I ever fail math? I'm literally the smartest kid ever.
fact of the existence of different forms of life has led researchers to a very important hypothesis, since there are probably such lakes under the ice of Mars and the satellite of Jupiter.
I did not know what hypothesis. Hypothesis is like all the information you have, and then you make it like your final answer. So if you know stuff, say you're doing a science project, right, and you have all your answers, the hypothesis is the remaining answers of all the things you did combined.
Europa, it's quite possible that life could also exist in those places. By the way, Vostok is far from the only subglacial lake. Willans and Ellsworth are two other large lakes in Antarctica. According to John Prisco,
I heard what's it called before? Lake Williams. Because if I did not know, I said my great grandfather was from Antarctica, but his what's it called? This is how they met, right? My grandfather lived in in Williams, right? And my grandmother lived in Ellsworth or whatever it's called. And then basically they like met in the middle before, like there was like fighting, right? And then one time they just see each other and they just fell in love on sight. It was love at sight. I don't know, it's a crazy story, bro. But that's how they really met. I think it was under a cave, like in Antarctica, like some frozen cave. Like, if you don't know, in Antarctica, there were like 3 coats. Like, it's so cold over there.
Other large lakes in Antarctica. According to John Prisco, a professor of polar ecology from the University of Montana, the total number of ice lakes might be as many as 400. However, not all cavities under the ice of Antarctica are filled with water. One of these places is located under the glaciers of Marie Byrd Land. This is the Bentley Depression, which is the deepest continental point on the planet that is not filled with liquid water. About 8,200 215 feet, or 2,540 meters below sea level.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Similar discoveries were made with the help of space sensors, which scanned the relief of Antarctica in both directions. As it turned out, the ice is distributed very unevenly. The ice of eastern Antarctica is slightly thicker, from 20.
Nah, that is true though, cause that's where my what's it called from. My grandfather is on the east side. My great grandfather is from the east side, and my great grandmother is from the west side. So that the east side is more thick. Pause. My grandfather was not thick, but you know the east side was more thick.
25 to 30 miles, or 40 to 48 kilometers, and in the western part of the continent, the ice thickens to between 12 and 22 miles, or 19 and 35 kilometers. Such heterogeneity is due to the fact that under the ice of eastern Antarctica, a whole cemetery is hiding, consisting of the remains of the
Wait, he said a cemetery is hiding?
Antarctica. A whole cemetery is hiding, consisting of.
Damn. So they have really dead people under there, bro. The government really need to investigate this, cause if they're hiding dead people without registering their death, that means they could. You never know. Tupac might be under there, bro. Rest in peace, Tupac. Kobe might be under there. All of them. Rest in peace, Kobe. Like a lot of dead Pop Smoke. Rest in peace, Pop Smoke. His dead body really could be under there. The government really need to investigate this place, bro. They really could be hiding dead celebrities and regular dead people.
Of the remains of the ancient supercontinent of Gondwana. Scientists call these remains cratons, which are the stable rocky cores of the continents that survived hundreds of millions of years of destructive tectonic activity of the Earth. There are at least 3 such cratons in East Antarctica. One of them is very similar to the rocks of Australia, the second to India, and the third to the seabed. Perhaps these fragments came together a billion years ago when the supercontinent Rodinia formed, or maybe 500 million.
That's cap. That could not be a billion years ago. The world did not exist a billion years ago, cause we're in the 2000s. So how is the world gonna exist a billion years ago? Bro, what is this video, bro? That's not even possible. If we're in 2020, how is this supposed to exist 20 billion years ago, or whatever he said? That's not scientifically possible, bro. Bro, what is this video, bro? This video is capping.
Years ago, with the advent of Gondwana. In any case, cratons were part of the continents that formed after the collapse of Gondwana 160 million years ago.
Oh, never mind. That's true. That's valid. They're finally getting their math right. I see. Okay.
Scientists didn't limit their research to observations from outer space and decided to drill a hole in order to study the secrets of Antarctica more closely. The research team used a special 2-foot, about 60 centimeter wide drill with hot water. Using this tool, after 63 hours of continuous operation, scientists were able to drill a hole with a depth of 7,060 feet. That's about 2,152 meters. Then the researchers measured the water pressure and the ice temperature, as well as the degrees of its deformation. Thanks to this, scientists hope to determine when the last time was that the ice sheet of Antarctica disappeared and when this might happen again. Also, the scientists plan to drill a few more holes.
Come on!
EVE Online is a vast universe.
Forget you, Eve. Bro, I'm gonna stop. I need to really start.
However, holes also appear in Antarctica that are not man-made. A few years ago, the whole world was alarmed by a huge hole of about 3,700 square miles, or 9,583 square kilometers in size. This is almost twice the size of the state of Rhode Island. Scientists have not seen such giant holes.
I think my house is longer than that. Hold on. 3,000 what?
Or 9,000 by a huge hole of about 3,700 square miles, or 9,583 square kilometers.
That's not even that big. Cause my house is about like 4,000 square miles. Yeah, that's about right. If you count each corner of my house, that's in total. That's probably about 4,000. So 3,000 square miles, not that far. So that's not that big. So that's a pretty big. That's like a decently big hole. It's not that big though.
Kilometers in size. This is almost twice the size of the state of Rhode Island. Scientists have not seen such giant holes since the 1970s, so they could not immediately identify the cause of this hole that researchers called wormwood. However,
Bro, the scientist is really this bored, bro. We're investigating holes. Like, there's a bunch of stuff going on in the world, bro, and you investigating holes. So you telling me you scientists has nothing else to do in your life as a scientist? That's what you really telling me right now? Alright. I ain't hating, I'm just
answer
saying.
was soon found. It was caused by a cyclone. In September 2017, streams of warm and cold air collided at the South Pole, resulting in the formation of swirling winds reaching a speed of 72 miles or 117 kilometers per hour. Such powerful turbulence created huge waves of up to 52 feet.
It just said turbulence? This is not a plane? Well, how is the ocean gonna have turbulence? What am I, bro? Is this video fake, guys? Please tell me in the comments, is this video fake? I do not know.
Or 16 meters high, which in turn pushed out large chunks of ice and thereby formed a huge hole. In addition, strong winds brought warm water to the cold Lazarev Sea, in which there are ice massifs. As a result, the ice began to melt, which also contributed to the emergence of a hole. Soon, it will grow to 37,000 square miles. That's about 95,829 square kilometers, and will then be about the size of Ireland. Torgay Martin, a meteorologist and climate modeler at the Helmholtz Center for Ocean Research in Kiel, Germany, believes that the number of cyclones that trigger these holes will only increase in the future. At the same time, given climate change, refreezing of holes will be much slower, so the ice melt in Antarctica will accelerate. However, Diana Francis, a specialist in atmospheric climate, believes that we shouldn't be afraid of this. On the contrary, the formation of such holes promotes better circulation between the ocean and the atmosphere. And for Antarctic animals such as penguins or seals, this opens up new food sources.
Wait, penguins and seals actually exist, bro? I thought that was only in Happy Feet. Y'all watched the movie Happy Feet? I didn't know penguins actually exist, bro. What the heck? This is really... I didn't even know. I thought it was a myth, bro. I thought it was made up like Lucifer. Not Lucifer. What is it called? Like Zeus and them. Those are myths too, right? So I don't know. I guess penguins and seals really exist, bro. That's crazy. I didn't even know that.
But at the same time, Francis does not deny that the large size of holes affects the circulation of the ocean and therefore could lead to global climate change. So scientists will continue to observe from space to try to be able to control the state of this ice continent. One of these observations occurred in 2019, and it seems to have inspired some hope. Researchers have noticed a mountain-like geological structure that separates the western and eastern parts of Antarctica. This line protects the largest glacier in Antarctica, the Ross Glacier, from the entry of warm water and prevents large chunks of ice from spreading into the ocean. If not for this dividing line, the rate of entry of Antarctic subglacial groundwater into the ocean would increase by 20%, which could lead to an increase in global sea level by 38 feet or 11.6 meters. But this does not necessarily...
11.6 meters? So 1 meter is 3 miles, so it's 3 times 11. So it's 33 million miles. That's crazy. Not a million, I'm bugging. It says 33 miles. That's still far though, I ain't gonna lie.
We mean that we're completely safe. After all, next to the giant glacier, there's also another hole, which causes intense melting of the glacier in the summer months. Therefore, it seems quite possible that the complete melting of Antarctica is only a matter of time. Despite the fact that Antarctica is so far from most of us, our future completely depends on this continent. This is 80% of the world's freshwater reserves, and if they go into the ocean, even cities that are the farthest from Antarctica will sink underwater. If you want a future video on this subject, let me know in the comments.
Why did you collect liquid nitrogen? I'm about to react to that.
1, 2, 3,
Shut the hell up! I'm just saying. But if y'all made it to the end of the video, bro, subscribe, bro. If you want me to react to any video, bro, request it right now in the comments. If you want me to react to a video, request it right now in the comments, bro. Make sure you stay hydrated, and I'm out. I ain't gonna lie. And subscribe, bro. It's no tuition, no sign-ups, none of that. It's free.